Hello, everybody. I'm back. And once again, Rocket, you cannot seem to keep my name out of your mouth. Every motherfucking thing is going on is your fault. Your fault. You and you alone. You came out here, in my opinion, now knowing everything that I know now, everything that I've seen, and everybody who has contacted me. I now truly believe that you are nothing but a sexual predator. I believe that. You know why I believe it? For multiple reasons, but the biggest one is because from jump, you motherfucking lied. I don't care what you said on the panels. Our private conversation, when I asked you directly and straight up, Rocket, are you married? What did you say? You said no, you had a girl. Your girl stayed with you, she had your kids. That's what you told me. Now, if the moral police want to come up behind me and say, oh, well, you knew he had a girl. Oh, well, whatever. He knew he had a girl. I wasn't committed to this woman. I've never seen her in a chat. I've never known anything of her. Now I'm going to run through this video really fast and give my opinions on it. And then I'm going to come back and say a whole bunch of more shit.
Hello, everybody. Oh, yeah, I'm back. And to be quite honest, it's really a shame that I feel necessary to come back and discuss some things from over a year ago. Not a year ago, over a year ago. Now, I do understand that there are things going on and certain things have to be said in order for a point to be made. I get that. I get it. I really do. My thing is, why am I the only name continuously being called out in regards to Rocket Skylight? I did a live over a year ago, and it's still up.
I'm going to pause it right there. The live that I am referring to in this particular video, it is still up. All of them are up. So when I was contacted very recently and asked about these videos, I did tell that person, yeah, they're still up. Was I supposed to go run and take them down, Rocket? Huh? Why would I go run it and take them down? I had said nothing about you. But you steady ran your mouth about me. And not only did you run your mouth, you sat there and lied. Everybody knows that you lie. You have been caught several times lying. You are a liar.
I think it's titled, This is the Truth, or Here's the Truth, or something like that. And the only reason that live was made, because I was threatened. I was threatened that I was going to be exposed. I was going to be exposed, right?
Who's being exposed? Who's being exposed? Here we are, all these years later. I'm not scrambling around to go apologize to anybody that I hurt in my life behind my actions on YouTube. There is no significant other that is hurting behind what I did.
And my point was, bitch, you can't expose me. That was my point. And the reason I felt that way is because I'm an adult, right? And if I decide to hook up, meet up, beat up, whatever the fuck, if I decide to go and see another adult, that ain't nobody's goddamn business.
And I stand by that also. I stand by that also. I stand by that. So anybody who has an opinion about me and what I did all those years ago, listen, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I didn't lie to anybody to go and do what I did.
But since it hit the airwaves, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I don't even know where to start. Some stuff I'm going to say, some things I'm not going to say, at least not at this time. And I won't say certain things until necessary, but I will say this. Crenshaw.
What? Who? Check out the date on this video, y'all. This was last year around this time. Now it's coming out. So I hear that she finally said it. She said she was tipsy, but nevertheless, she said it. So why was I the only one mentioned?
Why isn't anybody bringing her up? Why is it only just Miss Indy? There are two other women that I have, I know, it been confirmed. Not that even that I was looking, they came to me.
We know who those other two women are now that I spoke of last year, right? Understand me. I wasn't some mad woman running around spreading shit and talking shit on no goddamn body. When the shit was done in 2019, it was done. My name kept coming up, which is why there are videos with me addressing him for speaking on me. Don't speak on me. How hard is that?
Sex with the same men. I'm not going to mention those women. Those women don't need to be mentioned. They haven't been, and I'm not going to. That's their business, right? I did hear.
And the third one, the third woman that I know of. Listen, when I say when I know of, I can confirm me, right? I was there, right? Two other people told me out of their own mouths that they met up and had intercourse with you. Those two told me out their own mouths. And the other lady, she said it herself. So that's four right there.
On Logic's Live, the statement he made saying that sex is, he didn't want sex, Rocket did not want Sexiest to know that he had met with me.
And that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. There's no lies being told. But what I didn't know at the time is that you didn't want her to know because she was next on the list. And then I found out even later she was even supposed to win before me. But I'm in Cali. I guess I beat her to the punch. I don't know.
And I was kind of puzzled, right? I was kind of puzzled. And the reason I'm saying her name is because she is someone that I did tell that I was going, down to LA. I told her immediately. We talked about it. I called her on the way down there. I video chat with her while I was there in the store.
Now, on the day of, yes, I talked to her, like I said, video chatted, every motherfucking thing. I had no idea that she was trying to fuck him too. And had I known that, I would have stepped my motherfucking ass out the way with no problemo.
Purchasing what I needed to purchase.
Condoms. Condoms. Let me go ahead and say it, condoms, for those who are asking. He brought condoms and I brought condoms. And they were all used.
So, sorry if you just heard that AC come on. I'll try to speak a little louder. So with that being said, while I'm listening to Logic, he's talking about, well, he gonna take that to his grave. Well, if he was running around lying, telling her that no, 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 I'm here to tell you, she already knew. She knew.
She knew because I was FaceTiming her. So why were you lying to Sexiest telling her no? You can't say you didn't want nobody in your business. That wasn't it. That had nothing to do about it. And those white flags that day in Logic's chat, when he said, drop the white flags to save your black ass, a lot of people thought that those white flags were regarding me. No, I'm here to tell you the things about me had already been out for a year or better. It had nothing to do with me. It was a shit talking that he was doing about Sexiest. I told you he shit talked you. He shit talked everybody, not just me. So I don't even feel bad no more. If he wasn't talking shit about me, I wouldn't feel like I was part of the crew. Let's get it.
She knew. This is the reason why I have no problem saying her name. Because she and I had an agreement back then. We have never fallen out, even to this day.
Never fallen out even to this day. And the day I'm speaking of is last year, right? Sexiest, you were upset. And I want to let you know, I still don't have no issues with you. I don't. I did in the past. So when we spoke recently, what, a month or two ago, when we spoke and you told me that you were upset at me for something I said in a prior live when I was addressing the filthy lie. You felt like I had insinuated something that you had told me. I told you over the phone that that's not what it was. And I'm telling you today, that's not what it was. Those videos was in the summer of last year, 2020. So from your mouth, that's when you got mad at me. That's the only thing you ever said. But let me tell you something. I have conversations from myself and Rocket discussing you running your mouth back in 2019 when he asked me if I told you. I immediately told him yes. And I told him why I told you. So if anybody screwed anybody over, you screwed me over in 2019. So for you to come to me about some shit that you think I did in 2020 is ridiculous. For one, I didn't do that. I didn't do what you think I did in that video. And if anybody thinks that I was insinuating to her during any part of that filthy lie that she snuck and told me something, that's incorrect. That had nothing to do with you as far as you telling me something. I just wanted to put that out there. I have no issues. But let's be clear. You crossed me in 2019. I blocked you too. Never said blocked you, never said anything. Didn't run around, didn't do it. I just stopped talking. That's how I do. I just stopped talking to people. I didn't go around slandering you. And if you need receipts on the date of he and I discussing me letting you know that I hooked up with him, I can get you that. So you said I crossed you. No, you crossed me way before you even thought that I crossed you.
I haven't spoken ill on her. As far as I know, she hadn't spoken ill on me. So I couldn't understand why then she would go behind my back and tell Rocket what I asked her not to discuss as a friend.
As a friend. I didn't understand. I didn't understand that then. I understand it now because she wanted to fuck him. See, that was a plan all along. Let's go back and I'm gonna tell him this, so push him further away from Indy. That wasn't necessary because Indy wasn't fucking with him. I wasn't even talking to him. It was never like that. Ever.
Rocket called my phone. Miss Indy, did you tell Sexiest that we met up? I said, yes. Oh,
And at that point, I knew that you had crossed me. He asked me this in 2019. So you can't, even if you are mad at me about something I did a year later, basically it's a big fat so what?
oh my God. That nigga was mad. I didn't know whether to pack my shit, all my shit, move out my house. Listen,
That, yes, he was pissed. I didn't know whether to pack my shit. Listen, did I even have time to pack my shit? This nigga was upset. Why? Because I apparently threw a monkey wrench on what he was trying to do. But he apparently smoothed it all out. Because remember, she met him at his job.
that nigga was, I couldn't understand why, right? And then I found out, I'm going to go ahead and say allegedly, because that's what y'all do, right? That's the correct thing to do. Allegedly, she had her own motherfucking ticket to come to Cali. Did y'all catch that, T?
This was so long ago. Look how everything is just coming out in the wash now.
Yeah, that's what I was told. So that kind of answered the question for me as far as why he was so upset. Never got to answer to why she went and said something that, she really didn't have to say. Am I bothered by it now? Absolutely not. We're talking more than, 13 months ago, over a year ago. But it isn't what it is. Why am I the only one being called out? Why?
Y'all hear this paper? I'm rolling me a zigzag.
I am not committed or owe anyone anything. I did not leave any minor children to go do what I needed to do.
Okay.
I did not miss any money to go and do what I needed to do.
Okay.
I was not going to meet up with a minor.
All right.
To do what I was going to do.
So, out of everything I just named, out of the two people who are involved in this, who did all three? Who did all that shit? It was not me. It wasn't me. It was a person who had a commitment a year before I even met with him. He took vows. I had no idea this man was married. He lied.
So with all those reasons crossed out, I don't know why I'm being brought up as if I've done something. And even if you feel like I did, I'm not the only person who did it. Why is it always Miss Indy? They said Crenshaw was behind the stuff. I don't know if that's true. I don't care. I'm just saying. Just like it was heard about Miss Indy, it was heard about her too. Why am I the only one being talked about?
And that question has never been answered.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. Why am I even being talked about at all? at all. Every time Rocket either gets on the panel, expresses his opinion, and whoever he's expressing it about, they don't like it, they get into his business, which is kind of, the norm around here.
We've seen this time after time. I'm not saying that is right. We all see it though. It is what it is. That brings me to something someone said a few months back. Shout out Cynthia Rose. And she said something that struck me. Now, I might not say it exactly how she said it, but I'm sure you're going to pick up what I'm putting down. This is what she said. Know your opponent. Know your competition. Know the person that you are fucking with. And this is the reason why. If you know yourself and don't know your opponent, you will only win 50% of the battle. If you know your opponent and don't know yourself, you will only win 50% of the battles. If you know yourself and you know your opponent, you will win 100% of the battles. You start jumping your ass and shit and didn't get out and you didn't know your opponent. You didn't know your opponent because if you did, you would have shut the fuck up. You may have known yourself. You knew that you was a dog. You knew that you was a liar. You knew that. There's nobody jealous of you. I can't think of anybody on YouTube or in the normal world. I can't think of any woman who would want to be in your wife's shoes. There's nobody jealous of that. You humiliated this woman. And you want to run around talking about what's going to happen to everybody. She don't play about her job. I believe you. She shouldn't. Don't play with nobody's paper. She don't play about her kids. I feel her on that. She don't play about her kids. But let me say this. I know she don't play about her snatch either. I know she don't play about her snatch, do she, Rocket? So you want to get up and say what's going to be done to everybody and all this other stuff. I don't know whether she said it or not. I'm not concerned because like I said, I've broken no laws. But in that same breath, as you say, what she going to do to everybody, I'm sure she told your ass exactly what she was going to do to you too, huh?
But what I don't get is why, when it comes to his business, my name get brought up, and I'm the only one. I'm the only one. I did not cheat on anybody. I didn't do any of that. I told the people who I wanted to tell.
Right.
Rocket asked me to take that video down. I told him no.
Absolutely, he asked me to take that video down. And if you would like to know which video, I would have to look at the date, and I don't have a problem dropping the link. So look for that link. I'll probably put it on my community wall. He said I told a lot, all caps, a lot of the truth. Now take that video down now. I sent that nigga text back, LOL, hell no. Hell NAW. You can't bully me. You don't tell me what to do. I'm not the one you running game on. I'm not the fool. Okay?
And it's still up. I've never taken it down because I spoke the truth.
Never taking it down. Never taking it down. They've been accessible for since they've been up there.
Just like I'm sitting here speaking the truth right now. If you're going to mention me, if you just have to mention me, if there's just no way around mentioning me, all I'm asking is that please mention at least that other one that you do know of. Now, the other two ain't been aired out, and like I said, make my place to stop my business. It's probably more than that. And for the people to think, for those of you who do, that maybe I should feel some kind of way, or, in the beginning, I did slightly, I'm tired of these recordings coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's really irritating to keep hearing shit, especially when the shit wasn't said to me. None of it. I said on my last upload regarding the situation, I didn't care what he said to Carla. I don't care. He called me a bolo, but I don't give a fuck. You know why?
Listen.
Because if a man don't respect his girl,
Listen.
if a man don't respect his girl, then why in the fuck do you think he is going to respect any woman on here?
Let's talk about it. If a man don't respect his girl, I use the word girl because that's the only thing he has ever told me that she was to him. Never in a million years did this man ever say that he was married. If I ever would have known that he was married, no, I would have never went and did what I did. I don't sit on the faces of married men intentionally.
And when I say respect, I mean different levels of respect. I'm not talking about speaking and being cordial. Okay? There's no woman out here that should expect to be treated correctly and as deserved by a man who's already cheating on his woman. That's just facts. Was I shocked to hear what I heard? Yeah. Because he ain't never said no shit like that to me. He was just in my hanging out this past Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? So that's, it's another reason why I said I don't care what he says. I also said, how do I know he's not saying that just to get in Carla's pants? Hey, I'm speaking from living, from watching, from seeing. And lo and behold, months later, who spilled the tea? JJ.
And that's absolutely correct. And I stand by that. There's no other reason for him to be trash talking me to any other woman except for the fact that he has an intention on hooking up with her.
What did he show? Rocket trying to get with Carla. So, with that being said, a person, man or woman, will say whatever they need to say to the person, whoever they need to say it to.
Bingo.
And I just feel like we're all adults and should have that understanding. I was asked if I tried to, or attempted to, reach out to Rocket's girlfriend.
Listen.
Now, why the fuck would I want to do that?
Pay attention.
Why? You don't go and intentionally break up a happy home, or allegedly happy home, of a nigga that you don't want like that.
Did you hear what the fuck I said? Did you hear what I said? I had no intentions on ever reaching out to this woman. I don't need to. I don't need to tell a woman something that I believed she already knew her man was cheating. She had to have had. And my reasons for believing that she knew is because the way that he acts, all the odd hours that he kept, all them odd working hours, 11, 12 o'clock at night, he on the panel and at work, and you hear all this drilling and shit at 1 o'clock. Hell no. All this getting hotels, working out of the city and need a room. I thought for sure that girl knew. I didn't know that she was married to him. I still have and will not reach out to that woman. It's not my place to. It wasn't my place then, and I said it. And 2 years later, I am saying the exact same thing. Now, if that shit got out and back to her, oh well. I kind of feel like OJ. Y'all know I talk about OJ Simpson a lot. I kind of feel like OJ a little bit. He didn't have nothing to do with Nicole. He's innocent, but he really ain't mad that it happened. That's that's my perception anyway. Am I mad that she got contacted? Hell no. I'm not mad. Yes. Someone reached out and asked me if videos were still up and available. I said, yes, they are. Mind you, I said that in this video a year ago. I'm not running down, taking down a goddamn thing. You should have not been speaking on me. You cannot find panels or a panel with me up there talking shit on you. You talk a lot of shit and you talk about everybody. You are up. I have so much footage that I have been sent in the last 3 days of you mentioning me, being as slandering me. Since you want to talk about paperwork, slandering me. That's what you did. Lying to people. Your dumbass agreed to that recording. I don't know if I said it early in this live, but I'll say it again in case I didn't. So if that's the paperwork you talking about, nigga, bring it on. I started that video in the middle to put out a point to protect myself from your lies that you were telling people about me. I didn't start that from the beginning. But I certainly did say, you better watch out there. I'm going to record you like Carla. What you say? How you didn't give a fuck about no recording and all this shit, and I jumped right into it? You continue to talk. You authorized that. So miss me with that. I've done nothing to you. I have done nothing illegal. Nothing. I know what the laws are out here in California. I know exactly what they are. As long as you living, even if you weren't married, which you are. But in California, if you living with the person, with you, if a man is living with their baby mama, he don't have to pay no child support. So is this why you run around trying to lie and degrade me? Huh? Don't do that. Everything is happening because it happened. I haven't sent anybody anything. Not anybody in dealing with you and your family. The night that it was exposed that you were married, my mouth hit the floor. I was shocked, but I should not have been surprised because you lie all the fucking time. You lie all the time. I shot off an email in my shock, and I'm going to show that email in just a minute. But my understanding, this email was also included in a packet. If it was put in there, God damn it, a personal email from me to somebody else, if they put it in there, then God damn it, it's in there. I was sent an email because I know you want to know. I was sent an email showing me what had been sent. and asked me if I was okay with it. I read it. I scrolled all the way down to what was dealing with me, which was my email. And I emailed back, I am totally fine with it, with what she said about me. That was all I was interested in. That's all I've ever been interested in. Because I don't come up here and fuck with people.
You don't go mess up a relationship and you don't even want the nigga. That's messy. That's messy. So the answer to that question, no, I have not. Did I receive a phone call saying that someone was going to give her my number? Yes. Yeah.
This is not new news. A lot of people haven't seen this. So, but this isn't anything news. I mean, new. I was told this a long time ago. If I was looking for her, I wanted to get her something, blah, 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 blah. We in 2021. None of this has nothing to do with me. You didn't know your opponent.
Yes. I did receive that call. And the second part to this answer is, why the fuck would I need somebody from you to, let's just say, just for the sake of conversation, let's just say, yeah, fuck that shit, I'm finna go find her and I'm finna tell her, whatever, right? I wouldn't need anybody from you to.
We're back. Okay, we're back. I had an issue with my internet. It just cut off. I guess the tea was just getting too hot. So let me go ahead and just finish up this last little part, and I'll finish my commentary.
Why the fuck would I need somebody from you to, let's just say, just for the sake of conversation, let's just say, yeah, fuck that shit, I'm finna go find her and I'm finna tell her, whatever, right? I wouldn't need anybody from you to do that. I'm just saying.
And that's exactly right. If that was my intent for her to know that I had anything to do with messing with her boyfriend, this is my thinking then, boyfriend, he never said he was married. I didn't need to do that. She already knew. Run and tell her for what?
We live in the same state. We both have resources. So to ask me that question is really crazy, Rocket, when you're sitting right next to the very person who recorded you and said that she wasn't. And that's no shot at her. It just is what it is. Why question me? And you're amongst a person and or people who have clearly lied to you in your face, shared your information, and whatever else.
Pictures.
And you
Pictures.
ask me some shit? Nigga.
I know I went back a little bit. I apologize. My internet went down.
That sure hurt my throat. Oh my goodness.
Lord have mercy, Carol.
Yeah, so those are just a couple of I didn't go live because to me it's not worth the live. I just wanted to say, hey, I understand apparently this story has been brought back up, and it's brought back up in my opinion because when people have an issue with him, they want to bring out things that they know or things that they think they know. So my thing is this, yes, unfortunately, I guess I am part of that. Everybody, well, most people on here will be known for something. Sorry that AC just came back on. Most people on here will be known for something, okay? Unfortunately, that is just one of the things that I guess Miss Indy will be known forever for.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this and get out of this video. It's up on my community page if anybody would like to see the end of it. But let me say this. I want to share something. I said I was going to share the email that I sent the very night that I found out that you were married. This is it. This is an email that I sent, and I'm trying to get it as big as I can so everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. I shot this email off, and it reads, not only did he lie about being married, he lied on her. And the reason I said that is because, well, let's continue. He told me that she was lazy and did nothing, and he paid for everything, and all she did was complain. And if she didn't like what he was doing, she could get the fuck out. hmm So when I saw all of her accomplishments, okay, all of her kudos, well deserved, and she's still climbing, still climbing. I was shocked to see that after what you had told me about her. This is another instance of you trashing one woman, which is now I know as your wife. You trashed her to me. I don't care what you told anybody else. I know what you told me. You trashed her to me while we were laid up. You trashed me to another lady because you were trying to fly her out. You trashed me to a whole different woman and she met you at your job. That's what you do. You trash people. You trash people. And I said, he didn't have to lie on that woman. He doesn't understand that he's making her look like a fool, not me. I didn't have a commitment with anybody. When I did what I did, he had just had those babies and married 1 year before because I met him in May of 2019. That's what the email says. Now, I was informed after it was sent that this was included in some sort of packet. And as I said earlier, I was asked if it's okay with it. This is the truth. I put my stamp on it. You lie. You talk about to me about her relationship. Say I lied. And that wasn't the only time you discussed your, now I know as your wife, business, or were you lying? Were you lying when you said that she had took your truck one time and you was in the shower and the truck had allegedly, I guess the battery had went dead and she tried to call you and you didn't hear the phone because you was in the shower and she had some Mexicans jump your battery and she came back with an attitude and you was like you didn't give a fuck. It was something she did. She left the lights on because your truck got two batteries and there's no reason why the battery should have ever been dead. And how you was sick of her walking around with the silent treatment. Now I didn't say this to you, but when you said that, I'm like, shit, you deserve a silent treatment. She know what you're doing. I always thought that this girlfriend knew. I didn't know that that was your wife, and you know it. Didn't know. Did not know. So I know that by human nature, people bond and people get familiar with other people, and you feel like you know them. You do know them. Most of the people are more familiar with Rocket rather than his wife. So I can see how they would feel, I guess, bad for him. He has a beautiful woman. I got a screenshot someone sent me, said that she was in labor for, or it took her 4 days to have those twins. And she said they're the best thing that ever happened to her. 4 days to have some kids. And look at what you out here doing. You have a beautiful wife, absolutely stunning. You should have been at home with her instead of out here fucking everybody. That's just facts. That's not shade. That's not nothing. But let's turn the tables. Let's just say someone stumbled across a YouTube channel that belonged to her. Let's just say. And someone knew that that was his girlfriend, because he never said he had a wife. Let's just say somebody found a YouTube channel and it's her. And on this channel, she doing all kind of shit. Stripping for cash apps, doing all kind of mess, right? Talking about she's single. But you know her as being Rocket's girlfriend. Now you don't know her, but you know he talks about her, right? Would you go back and tell Rocket that you found this YouTube page and I'm so sorry, but your girlfriend is doing all this? Or would you be saying you don't want to break up no family? Because, see, if it was something that you found out she were doing, I'm sure you would have no problem telling him. Why? Because you're more familiar with him. And I get that. I get it. But the truth is the truth. Wrong is wrong. And I will say it again. I had nothing to do with anything being sent. Any material of mine has been up for well over a year or more. I have never taken anything down. So I hope there are no attitudes behind videos that have already been up and already had several hundred views on them. So everybody has already seen them. But sometimes memories need to be refreshed around here. You lied. You got caught up. You didn't know your opponent. I told you 2 years ago to stop that something was going to happen. And then you told somebody you was trying to back away from me. No, I was backing away from you. Because as long as I was connected to you, my name was always brought up when somebody got to roasting your ass because of something you said. It was fucked up in 2019 and it's fucked up in 2020. Well, in 2021. I'm smoking my weed. Yes, Lord. I chopped it down, dried it out, trimmed it, cured it. I'm over here, feeling myself. But like I said, it is what it is. If she was notified, she was notified. I have not and would not ever contact her. I have no reason to, but I stand by it. If she ever contact me and ask me anything, I'm not going to lie to her. That's your wife. Now, before all this shit talking that you had been doing, and this was way back then, I was like, I told you that I wasn't going to lie. But in the back of my mind, I always knew that if someone ever called my phone, I would just say they have the wrong number and get on off. I was going to do that. But here we are, you still running around slandering me. You're lying on me. And on top of that, this isn't a girlfriend we talking about. This is a wife. A wife that was in labor, her words, for 4 days, giving birth to your children. You are the snake that I said that you were, sir. You knew that you were being recorded because it's on the recording at the beginning. You had no problems with it. and I haven't sent anybody anything. So, with that being said, you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.